Good morning to all, and welcome to Oregon Episcopal School's 146th year. My name is Cyrus Johannes, the student body president. Joining me as heads of student council are Nathan Carpenter, head of community board, which deals with events such as prom and homecoming, and Regina Logan, head of policy board, which deals with issues like the expected reduction in number of parking spots available next year. Thank you. Many students at this ceremony have been with OES through their entire educational career. Others joined OES at a later point, perhaps at the start of middle school or high school. I joined OES as a freshman in high school. OES represented a momentous transition which forced me to grow in many areas. Despite those challenges, there's no place I'd rather be. I looked at a lot of high schools before deciding to attend OES. Having been exposed to these other schools allows me to more clearly see and appreciate the many strengths of OES. Recently, I listened to an audiobook on a long car ride called Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. Outliers is a fascinating book that examines how successful people became successful. Gladwell doesn't buy that people like Bill Gates are just inherently better than the rest of us, so he sets out to figure out what allowed these people to become so successful. Gladwell examines things like cultural background, technological advances, and resources that were available, ultimately finding that people like Gates had other factors that enabled their success, such as access to a computer lab at the time, in addition to working hard. Gladwell went beyond just writing facts. Instead, he explains how each exceptional person became who they are, how each person crafted a lifetime of achievement. He's a successful author and historian who doesn't just know history. He's capable of original work because he can think like a historian and researcher. Here at OES, we learn how to think, not what to think. Here at OES, we learn how to think, not what to think. We don't spend all our time memorizing dates and events. Instead, we put the events together ourselves. That mindset and inquisitiveness is far more important than remembering when John Locke was born, which I did learn but don't remember, and frankly, it won't be important unless I end up on Jeopardy. Rather, the content is really a means to an end. To learn how to think means that we understand the significance of historical events and people, look at them in context, and create our own ideas, our own essays, our own art, and our own research. Through the science research program, we explore the scientific process. We get hands-on experience with lab work and writing research papers. The skills I've learned in each class, as well as extracurriculars, are portable and build on each other to form a complete education. Essentially, OES has taught me to think, not just to learn. OES enables us to be the people we want to be. This quality is reflected in all grade levels. From the hero speeches in second grade, where OESians spend weeks researching a hero to them and present their hero to the community, to the Profiles from a Global Perspective project in which 8th graders interview and write about someone who has had a profound effect on the community, OES strives to go beyond superficial learning. Here at OES, we students are active participants in our education, learning not only what made other people contribute so much, but also how to become the contributors we want to become. An OES education gives students the necessary foundation for success, because we learn to think, not what to think. OES sets us up to attaining a complete education that will make us successful scholars, but it's our job as students to take the final step. All the people Gladwell studied had wonderful opportunities and a bit of luck, but so do we. What makes these people special is that they take the final step. They push themselves and spend many hours taking advantage of the resources they have, like access to a computer lab in the 70s or an advanced science lab here at OES. To get the most out of our education requires tapping into the resources OES provides, getting involved in extracurriculars, pushing ourselves in classes, and talking to teachers. Ultimately, it's us, the students, who control how much we get out of our education. So, for this school year, let's get the most out of OES. Each day, think your own thought, find supporting evidence, challenge yourself and those around you. Thank you.